Welcome back, fellas. Let's put this in the ether. For this video, I'm gonna say most couple really hate each other. They're just great at hiding it, right? Am I lying or am I lying, right? You can see this all the time. Couples arguing with each other, miserable. They have to be with each other. They have no one else to turn to but each other. But they're really miserable with each other, right? They're really, most couple out there, they don't even want to be with each other. They sleep in separate bedrooms, right? But they have no choice. They're trapped in these relationships, right? You can see it. I'm not telling a lie. You could name one couple that you know, right? That always talk back to each other, right? That always never kiss each other no more, right? That been in a marriage for so long that they don't kiss each other, right? That they badmouth each other, right? That they question each other, but yet again they're still married, right? Most couple out there, they don't love each other, right? They're only there to benefit for something. I don't know what it is. Health insurance, right? Not to be broken up, not to be destroyed. They realize the consequence of not being with each other is more dire, but again they're willing to put up with each other, right? So the most of the people out there are really miserable. Most couple out there are really miserable. They're not going to tell you this, right? They're not. So you have to get it through your thick skulls that they're great at hiding this, right? A lot of couples are lying to you. You know the old saying. Why do you think a lot of couples always ask you, oh, when you get married, oh, he's still a bachelor, when are you gonna find a girlfriend, and this and that, right? They have this. Look, when I was a kid or an adolescent, my friend was like, have this idea of, oh yeah, when we get girlfriends, we're gonna go out with each other, we're gonna go dating, we're gonna do dates, we're gonna go date with each other. You have your girlfriend and I have my girlfriend. We're in the car together, right? We have these ambitions that when we get a girlfriend, we'll do all these things together, right? Where I'm going with this, right? What I'm going with is that you know the old saying, misery loves company, right? The couples who see you as single keep asking you, why are you still single? They want you to be miserable with them, right? It's kind of like in that kind of aspect, right? They want you to go to the restaurant miserable with them, go to the mall miserable with them, and suffer with them, right? Misery loves company, right? That's why they try and lie to you and said, oh, marriage is the best thing in my life, right? In actuality, they're really suffering their marriage. They want to see other people suffer with them, right? Now, you got to tell yourself something. Do you want to suffer like them? Live like them? Right? They're going to say all these stuff about marriages, when in actuality, I despise that idea of marriage, right? I don't see any benefits. Sure, you might have some companion. That's what you're looking for. But me, I don't really like that. I like my alone time. Sometimes people annoy me. Sometimes women annoy me, right? So how is that conducive to me if I were to get in a relationship with women and to get married? That would mean all my time would be taken away from me. I don't want to sound selfish, right? But me being by myself in certain time is the only way for me to get sanity from the crazy world we're living in right now. We already living in a crazy world. What do we need? More insanity in our lives? And that's what it is when we get married. We're inviting more insanity in our life. We're inviting more bad energy, more bad juju in our life, right? That's what it is. And women carry a lot of bad juju. They carry a lot of bad vibrations. They carry a lot of Jezebel spirits, right? And Lilith spirits, all this stuff. So if that's the case, why would I want to bring that into my life? Right? It doesn't make any sense. Right? So guys out there who are in this relationship, that's what they're getting. The woman energy is transpiring to the men's, and they're absorbing this bad vibration. This is why the men are usually miserable when they're with the women when they're miserable as well. So what's that say about it? It's that most people out there, they're stuck in miserable relationships, right? It's not just men are stuck in this miserable relationship. Women are stuck in this relationship as well, right? But they don't want to get a divorce. They're living in denial. They're lying to yourself that their life is happy. That's what it is. They're lying to themselves. They're not really happy, right? They're not really satisfied their position in life. They argue all the time. If you argue all the time, how is that a healthy relationship? That's not a healthy relationship, right? You have to come to terms that all couples at some point argue. If you're a couple who never argue, I don't believe you. You're lying. That's what it is. I just don't believe you. I don't believe there's never time in a couple's time they spent together where they never argue with each other. Look, when you spend with each other so long amount of time in a day, there's bound to be conflict. There's bound to be disagreement. And I could say that. Look, there are times when I spend a long time with my homeboys, right? With my homies, and there are times where we get on each other's nerve, right? And then there are times when we have to separate ourselves apart. Like, hey man, I'm gonna need a day off to recharge. I'll hit you back when I'm ready. Stuff like that. At least a homie is not attached like that, right? But a woman, especially your wife, just stuck with her. You're living in the same room. At least with your friend, you go back home. You don't see each other at nighttime, right? But a woman will constantly there at your house 24/7. You see her night and day. At those point, right? There's bound to be some kind of tension. There's bound to be some point where you annoy each other, right? And I'm pretty sure a couple are annoyed of each other. I'm pretty sure of that, right? When you see the same people over and over, you're bound to be annoyed by each other by the little things, right? So you start to realize that as a man, you can start to realize that your wife start doing something that you don't like. You start knowing that she's picking her nose, she's farting in front of you, she's using the bathroom without closing the door. She's doing all this stuff to annoy you. She fart in front of you, right? The thing that she never done before you guys married, then she start doing it, right? Those little things will get on your nerve, and that's gonna lead to arguments, right? You're not gonna wash the dishes. That's gonna lead to an argument. You didn't take the trash out. That's gonna lead to an argument. You didn't walk the dog. You didn't pick up the kids. All these stuff, all these responsibilities, depending on each other. If you miss one of it, it's gonna lead to an argument. If that's the case, why are you dealing with this kind of situations? How is this a appealing thing about getting married, right? This is what is holding me back to marrying. I don't want to be in this position. I don't want to be. It sounds selfish, but I don't want to be miserable, right? These people out there, this married couple, they're really miserable. They're not gonna tell you that. They put up a false pretenses, a facade. Oh yes, we're happily married. In the background, they're all choking each other out. Like, why you look, all that stuff, right? They do all that crazy stuff with each other, right? And don't let your parents fool you. Like, look, when you're with your family, don't tell me you don't see your mom and dad argue with each other, right? Don't tell you there's no time. This is what made me realize as well. When you see your parents start arguing with each other, like, wait a minute, if my parents start arguing with each other, who to say I'm not gonna be arguing with my wife, right? Who to say that? Who to say that I can't control what my wife's doing? I can't control what my wives are saying. What if the something she's saying is going against what I believe in, right? All this stuff, right? You do have, both of you guys have independent brains, but you can't control her, right? But this is what discouraged me from marrying or committing to a woman, right? The inevitable of we arguing. And I hate arguing, to let you guys know. Arguing to me, I think argument is a complete waste of time. There's no solution coming out of an argument, right? People usually get hurt out of an argument, right? It's always end up bad in an argument, right? Nothing ever solved an argument, right? So I hate arguments. I hate arguing with people. That's why I don't like to debate people. If you don't believe me, fine. If you don't believe me, good, all right? It's like, I'm not bothered by that. And I try not to argue with people. I try not to argue with women. If they don't want to take my side, it's like, okay, fine. If it's petty things, I don't let petty things bother me. But for some reason, people love to be bothered by petty things, by petty issues, right? Small stuff, minuscule stuff, right? But I digress. I want to go back to my point is that most relationships out there are are really terrible. Most people out there are really in bad, terrible relationships, and they're not willing to admit it, or they're in complete denial about it. But you, as an outside observer, you have to notice this to prevent yourself from being in that kind of situation as well. But let me know what you think. Do you believe me? What I'm saying? Do you agree what I'm saying? Right? Do people really are stuck in this terrible relationship? Let me know if you want to support my channel. I drop videos daily. Like, share, subscribe. And on that note, guys, as always, thanks for watching my videos. And peace and blessings.